Assalamu alaikum. We're talking about the first Muslims so that we can understand how we are supposed to be as Muslims. When Hazrat Abu Bakr came back to Mecca, some notable people of the Quraysh like Uqba bin Abi Mu'ayt, Shadba, Abu Jahil and Abu Butari came to his home to visit him. Hazrat Abu Bakr asked them, "Was there been any incident that occurred among you?" Then replied, "Such a strange event happened that Abu Talib's orphan professes his prophethood and says to us that we, our fathers and grandfathers, are all of a false religion. If we had not respected you, we would have killed him by now. You are a great friend of his. Please solve this problem." Hazrat Abu Bakr sent them away and then learned that our master, the Prophet, was in Hazrat Hatija's home. He went there and knocked on the door. When our master, the Prophet, met him at the door, he asked, "O our Prophet, O Muhammad, what are these rumors about you?" Our master, the Prophet, replied, "I am the messenger of Haqq Ta'ala. I have been sent to you and all sons of Adam. Have faith in this so that you will gain Haqq Ta'ala's consent and protect you from hell." When Hazrat Abu Bakr asked, "What is the proof of this?" Rasul Ikram replied, "The story told by the old man you saw in Yemen is the proof." Hazrat Abu Bakr said, "I saw many young men and old men in Yemen." Our master, the Prophet, said in his reply, "The old man who entrusted to you 12 couplets and then sent them to me and recited all the 12 couplets." When Hazrat Abu Bakr asked, "Who informed you of this?" Our Prophet said, "The angel who brought news to the prophets who came before me." As soon as our Prophet said this, Hazrat Abu Bakr held our Prophet's blessed hand and became Muslim by saying, "Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu." With having such a great joy that he had for the first time in his life, Hazrat Abu Bakr came back to his home as being a Muslim. As a matter of fact, it was decided and declared in a Hadith Sharif, to whomever I offered to believe, he would grimace and doubtfully look at my face. Only Abu Bakr Siddiq did not hesitate to accept the belief. One day, Hazrat Ali saw our master, the Prophet, and our mother, Hazrat Hatija, while they were performing ritual prayer. He was 10 or 12 years old then. After the ritual prayer, he asked, "What is this?" Our master, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "This is the religion of Allah Ta'ala. I invite you to this religion. Allah Ta'ala is one. He does not have a partner. I invite you to believe in Allah, who is one and has no partner or likeness." Hazrat Ali said, "Let me consult with my father firstly." Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, "If you do not embrace Islam, do not tell anyone of this secret." The next morning, Hazrat Ali came to the presence of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, "O Rasulullah, teach me Islam." He became Muslim. Hazrat Ali is the third person who became Muslim. His self-sacrifices that he made for the sake of our master Rasulullah Ikram, preferring our Prophet over himself, are praiseworthy. Zayd bin Harisa was one of the people who initially became Muslim. He was honored by becoming the fourth Muslim just after Hazrat Hatija, Hazrat Abu Bakr, and Hazrat Ali, and the first Muslim among the emancipated slaves. His wife Ayman also became Muslim with him. Hadrat Abu Bakr, when he became Muslim, went to his beloved friends immediately. He persuaded them to embrace Islam also. Significant among those notable people of the Ashab Kiram were Uthman bin Affan, Talha bin Ubaidullah, Zubair bin Awam, Abdul Rahman bin Auf, Saad bin Abi Waqqas were also each notables in their own tribes. These 8 people who became Muslim after our mother Hadrat Hatija were called Sabiqun Islam, that is, the early Muslims. Hadrat Uthman narrated how he became Muslim as follows. I had a maternal aunt who was a soothsayer. One day I had visited her. She said, a lady will be allotted to you as your wife. Before her, you will have not had any wife, and she will have not had any husband. She will be pious, beautiful faced, and a daughter of a great prophet. I was astonished by my aunt's words. Again she said to me, a prophet has come. The revelations descended from the heavens to him. I said, O my aunt, that secret has not been heard in the city, so clearly say this word. Then my aunt said, the prophethood has come to Muhammad bin Abdullah. He will invite the people to religion. Soon the world will be enlightened by his religion, and the opponents to him will be beheaded. The words of my maternal aunt affected me very much. I was concerned. There was a great friendship between me and Hadrat Abu Bakr. All the time we were together. To discuss this matter, I went to Hadrat Abu Bakr. When I told him my aunt's words, he said, O Uthman, you are a reasonable person. How can several pieces of stone, which do not see nor hear, which cannot do favor nor can harm anybody, deserve to be worshipped? I said, you are telling the truth. My aunt's words are correct. After conveying Islam to him, Hazrat Abu Bakr brought Hazrat Uthman to the presence of our Master, who is the Prophet of human beings and genies. Our beloved Prophet said to Hazrat Uthman, O Uthman, Haq Ta'ala invites you to me to be a guest in heaven, and you accept this invitation. I have been sent to all people as a guide of the right way. Having been entranced by Rasulullah's high states and words, which he said with a smiling face, Hazrat Uthman became Muslim with a great submission by eagerly saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. In the first 3 years of prophethood, our Master Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam invited people to Islam secretly. People would become Muslims slowly. During that time, the number of Muslims could only reach 30. They would do worship in their homes, and they would memorize the verses of the Quran al-Karim secretly. When we meet again, we'll be discussing the invitation to close relatives. Alaykum salam.